Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice algebra problem, and here we have a nice radical problem: 16 minus n square and its square root plus 9 minus n square and its square root, it is equals to 5. And now we solve this problem by using the geometric technique. So here we just solve this problem by using the geometry concepts or geometric formulas. So here we have a nice right triangle in which the length of one side is a and the length of other side is b, and the length of our third side is c. So the side opposite to the right angle is known as its hypotenuse, and the other sides are base and perpendicular. So now you see here, here we just write this 16 as 4 square, and similarly in here we write 9 as 3 square, and now you see that it will becomes 4 square minus n square whole square root plus 3 square minus n square whole square root equals to 5. So if you focus on this right triangle, and we know that Pythagoras theorem hold on the right triangle, so here we write Pythagoras theorem, which is in this form: a square plus b square equals to c square. So here our a is base and b is perpendicular and c be the hypotenuse. So in the next step we will just make little bit simplifications here, and you will just see that we move this b square to the right hand side, and we write it as a square equals to c square minus b square. So now we compare, or now first we can take the square root on both of the sides. So in the left hand side you have a equals to c square minus b square and its whole square root. And now we compare the right hand side of this Pythagoras theorem in both of the radical terms. So here when you compare c square minus b square and its whole square root in 16 minus n square and its whole square root, then you easily see that we have c equals to 4 and b equals to n. Similarly, if I can just write the other factor in which we have c equals to 9 and b equals to n. So that now first here if I can write the above term, and now we draw a right triangle here, and this is the our right triangle. So we draw our concepts here, and now this is the our right angle, and if we compare our value of a in the Pythagoras in the first radical sign here. So now we write our 4 square minus n square here, and we compare both of the sides. So here you write 4 square minus n square. So now when you compare this radical sign to the above term, then you see that we have c equals to 4 and b equals to n. So now we put the values of b and c in the below right triangle. So you see that our c be the hypotenuse, and in this case we have c is 4 and our b is n. So we write the value of b here, so it is n, and the value of a is 4 square minus n square square root, so we write the value of a here. So this is 4 square minus n square and its whole square root. So similarly we will write, or we extend this right triangle here. So we again extend and we draw a new right triangle. So this is the right angle, and now we can just compare the second radical term. So our second radical term is 3 square minus n square and its whole square root. So we write it as 9 minus square root of 9 minus n square. So we write it here. So in the next step we write here 9 as 3 square, so this 9 is 3 square. So now we compare this radical sign with this one, and you see that we have the value of c is 3 and the value of b is n. So now again we put value of a, b and c in the second right triangle. So here we have our hypotenuse is 3, so you just write the value of hypotenuse, and this is the value of b, and our b is n, so we put the value of n here, and you have the hypotenuse is 3 and our base is 9 minus n square. So now if you focus on the statement of the question, and you see that we have 16 minus n square square root plus 9 minus n square square root equals to 5. So it means that if we add these two terms, then it will be equals to 5. And now it means that the length of this total side is 5. So now you see here we have a right triangle. If you can just flip the right angle here, so you will just get the output of this triangle in this form. Then we move over this right angle to the upside, and our right angle move towards here. So if we suppose this is the right angle, when we flip this right triangle, so the length of this part is 4, and now we focus on this right triangle in which the length of one side is 4, other is 3, and the last side is 5, and the height of this right triangle is n. So now we use the area formula, and we will easily get the values of n. So we know that the area of right triangle is half times of length multiplied by its width. So here we have the length of this right triangle is 5 and the width is n. So we have or height is n, so we have base is 5 and height is n, and it is equals to, if we when we flip this right angle to here, then our base and hypotenuse and heights are changed. So according to the above right angle, we write the values, or we write the length and width are it will be equals to 1 over 2 times of length into width. So when we talk about this right angle, so according to this right angle, we have the base the length is 3, half times of length is 3 multiplied by height. So our height according to this right angle is 4. So now we simplify both of the sides, and first you see here we have this 2 and 2 are cancelled by each other, and we get here 5 times of n equals to 3 times of 4 is 12, and we easily get the value of n equals to 12 over 5. So this is the value of n according to this geometric method. So in geometric method, you know that n equals to 12 over 5, and I cannot choose a negative value because in geometry we just deal only positive value, because length of side cannot be negative. So that here we just choose the positive value. But if we focus on the question statement, and according to the question statement, the value of n is hold for positive and negative. It means that if you choose n equals to plus minus 12 over 5, then our given question statement hold on both of the values. It means that when you put positive 12 over 5, then it gives 5, and when you put negative 12 over 5, then it also gives us 5. So this is our